Yes, are you tired? Do you want to go to the beach? Do you want to go for a ride? Do you want to watch a dog whisperer?
This clever lab mix has been a devoted dog whisperer fan since husband and wife Rick Garrido and Suzanne Mapes brought him home when he was just 3 months old.
He's a great dog. He's great at home. We've been training him since he was 5 months old.
He was terrific from day one. He's been very loving, and in fact, we struggled with the name. And one day, Suzanne's laying on the grass, and he comes over, he starts laying on her, and he starts to lick her face, and he's such a lover. Of course, lover, Casanova, that's how it all played out.
Kiss me. Sit. Kiss me. Thank you. Both my husband and I are big exercisers, so we want to take him out a lot. We take him to the beach, we take him to dog parks, and he listens, and he's great.
When he is off the leash, he is a completely different dog.
We're having a lot of problems walking him on the leash.
It wasn't a big deal in the beginning. We did our corrections as per the trainer and so forth. And then one day, and I think it was shortly after Suzanne got pregnant, when we really started to see, now there was sound, there was growling, there was more of a stance. He started to pull the hair on the back of his neck, was just standing up.
Being pregnant, I had to stop walking him when I was about 5 months because he actually pulled me down one day and it scared me. And so then every time after that, I was walking him and I would tense up and see a dog, and I started to feel it in my belly.
I'm able to overpower him, which I know is not the right way to do it necessarily, but sometimes I really have no other choice. You start to feel guilty because you're overcorrecting and you have to manhandle this dog, and you feel like you're abusing him, basically.
The couple's longtime dog trainer, Teresa Botello, believes her clients have reached an impasse in dealing with Casanova's behavior.
Casanova gets completely overstimulated and overreactive to other dogs. It was a matter of a frustration level building with Rick and Suzanne that I feel was keeping the problem going.
I feel like we've tried everything. We've tried bringing treats, we've tried being relaxed, we've tried letting him greet dogs, we've tried everything, and it just, we kind of feel like we're stuck.
I think the problem is more with me in terms of how I communicate with the dog. So I'm hoping that Cesar will teach me how to better communicate with him.
Rick believes he's part of the problem. Both he and Suzanne want to get an outside perspective on their dilemma before their baby arrives in a few weeks.
Who you are in the animal world is energy. So when you're nervous, fearful, tense, anxious, depressed, tired, frustrated, whatever. See that to animal represents instability.
Right.
I work a very high-stress job, and so coming down off of that stress typically takes a long time. So if I'm walking him and I'm in that state, then he's amped up and he's, so.
Yeah, so at that moment when you see, that's the thing, he doesn't know you're coming from a stressed out job and you know how hard you work and all that.
Sure.
He knows your energy is like, you know, unstable and very intense.
Sure.
Because you can have unstable energy and low intensity.
Right.
Right? But when you come with high level of intensity, you're affecting the whole entire neighborhood.
Of course.
I mean, you're driving like...
You've seen him?
No, but I can imagine how he described it, you know?
Yeah.
Through his eye, it came out the way he comes, you know, from work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even going to work in the morning. Like getting up and thinking, I have 20 minutes before I go to work, I gotta walk the dog and he's late.
Oh my God.
There's that whole...
So you don't love your job?
No, I do. I love my job. It's just, my career it's just an intense career. And so
what is it?
So it's a lot of demands.
Are you saving people left and
No,
right?
I wish. No, that's not
That's intense. The guys, what they doing in Iraq. I mean, you know?
Well, that's true. Yeah, it's all perspective, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think part of it is just my natural way of being, which is just something I have to work on, I guess.
Yeah.
But, for sure.
Natural is good. Bad habits is what we learn.
Oh, good point. Yeah, exactly.
You should remind yourself, or you can use him as a reminder. Just like a stop sign is stop. That's the meaning of it. So when human sees a dog, he has to train himself to go into a calm assertive state regardless how he feels. That is relationship, because relationship is all about you giving first. The following part, you have to trigger it. You have to respect Mother Nature. If we pay for real estate, they pee on real estate.
Since Casanova's issues seem to be triggered by strange dogs, Cesar enlists the ever-faithful daddy to help him with this first exercise.
When you are with Mother Nature, don't worry about money, don't worry about time. Those are all human stuff. Can be very helpful to the human and can be very harmful to the human. So right now, this way of thinking is harming the human, because the human is not making time to relax.
Well, he walked in the door and he just called us out on our stress level.
Yeah,
we have the baby coming. We have a lot
I've known you all
going
of
on.
30 seconds and you already called me a stress case.
Yeah.
But he was right on. He's right on.
Based on that conversation, we're just gonna open this door. I want to see. Right. All right, so that's fine. I just want to see how. Hey. First of all, if you're using the wrong energy, that's 80% of what you're not supposed to do. And then 20% or 10% might be the way you manipulate physically. All right, so the way you were trying to accomplish right now, blocking him.
Right.
So right now, you just want to block him, right?
Right.
Is you came from the back, right? So he went in front, and then you did this, right?
Yeah.
So that already tells him, do it.
Right.
All right? And then you went and did this. Right, sorry about that.
It's okay.
Right? So what he did is he just go around you.
Right.
Right. Now, the reason why he went around you all this time and he didn't listen to the pull is because from the beginning you start tense and then you went in front of him with tension.
Okay.
You see it? All right, so. All right. Look, I'm gonna touch, but I'm not gonna let him escalate. Right? So the touch. You want him to do psychological as well. Otherwise, hey. See the difference? Two males, Latinos, one comes with this energy, and the other one comes with this energy.
We watch the show, so we know a lot of this stuff that he talks about. But to actually put it to practice and see him work it, it was nice to see that too, and that helped me.
See, that's excitement. Doesn't? See, that's excitement. That's more like a want to meet him. That's a wind of meeting. Yeah.
So it's the difference between that and the growl. That's what you're.
Absolutely.
Because we would.
Hey.
Yeah.
That one I didn't like. See, he went into another.
Yeah, get up a bit, yeah.
So you have to allow, you gotta have a conversation with Mother Nature. And the way you do it is by staying calm. Because if you get tense, you don't see and you don't enjoy the whole talking. See how he backs away? Every time he walks away and I move into his space, I own his space. This is about making humans calm down. Make it as a habit of practicing 5 minutes of great balance, practice calm, assertive energy. 5 minutes a day, which the truth is that you become aware of being healthy the whole day. That's good. Nose is good. When they're investigating a dog with their nose, more likely they want to meet them. When they're doing it with the eyes or the ears, they want to go after them. So daddy doesn't feel invited, that's what he's turning around, right? So he knows his energy. Once I bring him in, then he trusts me. That even though he's unstable, nothing would happen. See, gently. And we can bring dogs all day long. This is not an aggressive case. It can become aggressive, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But his nature is this. This is a perfect state of mind to have around babies. Now, your job is to keep him this way everywhere.
Right.
Of course, you give affection to that, you know what I mean? You wait for that one. We, the professional, have to focus on training the human and challenging the human. Because people who are fearful, they don't want to face the problem. Without facing the problem, you don't get rid of the problem.
Casanova's trainer, Teresa Botello, joins Cesar, Rick, and Suzanne on a busy thoroughfare where they will tackle their dog's challenging issues with other canines.
So before we bring him outside, let's bring a dog so you control him from inside your car.
Okay.
This is just like the house.
Okay.
So that.
Do you want Suzanne to
See that alertness? It's okay for him to turn around like this, but the way he turned around like that,
Right.
that is when you come and snap him out of it.
Trinity is a dog-aggressive pit bull that Cesar is rehabilitating. A crew member walks her past Casanova so Cesar can observe his reaction.
What your dog is going to learn is do not respond to aggressive dogs.
Okay.
See that? Hey. There we go. I am exposing him to a true case of aggression. And I'm telling him do not respond on her aggression. Which, in this case, Trinity fed herself from his excitement. Hey. There we go. Bring it back over here, Roach. Right there. So you see they respond right away from being in a different state. The intention of Casanova is to be Casanova. It's all about interaction, friendship. He's a very elegant guy, so he's really executing his name. Your problem here is not aggression, is that he gets excited very quickly. So your job is to catch him at that moment of excitement by exposing him to situations and keeping him in that.
Under control.
Yeah, so now we have consummate state. So then in that consummate state, you invite him out. So regardless of what message is she sending, now it's easier for me to control because I have him side by side. When you restrict him from being his name, and then you create frustration, and the frustration makes the human angry, frustrated, or fearful. That makes him dominant. You have to learn to completely ignore. So we have a case of the first he gets excited, then he gets frustrated, then he becomes dominant. So the existence of these three energies creates the aggression.
A lot of times the tension really escalates when we're walking towards the dog.
That's what we're gonna do right now.
Okay, that's what I was gonna
And this
say.
is first time dog, so I don't even know this dog.
Right.
So look the reaction already. So we're just gonna pass by. Is that okay with you? So a situation like this where he's holding, I'm gonna take the advantage to come here. Pass this way. Right? There we go. A lot of sound, a lot of... Right, so as you see, he's being very honest. This is what I normally do. What you're going to do about it. How you gonna control this situation. One more. I know that this is not what most of the people will do for you, but this will be a setting for controlling the environment, you know? Especially okay, you stay right there, sir? There he is, right there. That's a big deal, you know? Curious, we want that. No correction that.
At one point, I caught myself going, I can't believe he has him this calm. It's amazing.
Okay, space is very important. Let's walk together. Yeah, I'm right here with you. Thanks. You're welcome. It's good for her. She's about to have a baby, and I want her to have her last days in a very calm, assertive way. Let me have it. He's taking over.
Yep.
That's right. Now, again, it's excitement. What he's taking, he's getting excited about scent. And oh, that's another dog over there, so we face that. You don't have to be right there. You can face him from far away. Short, but not tense.
Okay.
Yeah? Very good. We want this. We want this. You have to learn to ignore
Yeah.
and submit to that. Now, that's not aggression. That's not dominance. He's just saying something, right? Now, if you get tense or if you pull back, that can become aggression.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I mean, one thing I keep saying, it'd be nice to have my body back, just physically, so that I can feel stronger, and then with that, more confidence, probably.
What I would suggest in this, you know, is that you set him up in this state.
Okay.
Then she can go and hold the leash. You know, 5-10 minutes at a time. Just come here.
Yeah.
And just make him sit down.
Sit.
You're good. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. That was good, you know. We have a woman that is a very delicate stage, so they should do very minimum, but they should do. They're not off the hook. I was very clear with her when I said, if you want to do 5 minutes, 100% 5 minutes, girl. Put yourself right here, look.
Okay.
Right here.
Now it's Rick's turn to handle Casanova as another strange dog approaches the group.
It's perfect. Keep coming. That's too much leash. There we go.
One of the things he mentioned was I was giving the dog too much leash. So the dog was really disconnected from me. And by that time, it's already too late. You know, the behavior is gone. There's no way for you to bring him back. And so he taught me a better way to handle that.
Perfect, perfect. Your dog is great. Right there. There we go. This is exciting.
So I should shorten up the leash.
No tension. Oh, perfect.
Suddenly, Casanova's leash breaks, presenting Cesar with a new challenge.
How'd that happen?
I don't know. Here. Put it on. This never fails.
That's never happened. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Boy, you're quick, my friend.
That's right, buddy. How do you think I jumped the border? All right. So this is easier, you know, it's easier to control with this. You know, there you go. Bam. So we had that moment, right? That was perfect. The more that happened, the more that gives you access to create this. And the funny part is when he was off the leash, he behaved the best, which that's what you described.
I didn't know what the difference was between that excitement and that show, that display of excitement, and aggression, and Cesar was able to point that out. So, tremendous insight. It made me feel really good, actually. It was like, okay, well, we're not dealing with a dog that's out of control. This is just his natural state at this state.
Now, if the strategy is not the one you would like, just see the energy. If something you learn about today is energy, perfect. It doesn't matter what strategy you follow. Hey, ride the horse. That's excitement. Hey. Shh. There we go. So the more he tries, and then I stop him. Stop right here. Then I stop him. Then I create the state of mind I want. Then he sees us. With that guy, I behave this way. They're not gonna go into what I did first. They're gonna go as how did that relationship end up? Everything I do is to show you what I can do in the now. Again, it's not how I do it that's the best way, as it is possible. I want you to see possibility, I want you to see it. And then I want you to go and practice it. This is not about the dog.
Right.
Especially this case. This is more about really focusing on training the human to see those subtle movements.
Right.
You know, and the more you expose yourself, this doesn't get no better than this.
Right.
For them to do it on their own in front of what was first a target.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Right.
So when should I check on you?
After the baby comes,
Yeah.
I guess.
When I'm back and walking, I guess. So.
I want to see your improvements. Your frustrated energy disappearing and bringing calm energy.
Arroz con pollo.
Cesar promises to return after the baby is born to work with a new expanded family unit.
We had Diego 6 weeks ago, so life changed a lot, but you know, kind of had to take a backstage with the training or working with Casanova. Sit out here every day. We're ready to start again now, so.
Come up. Sit. Come on in. Oh my God!
I see.
Yeah, he's wearing the.
This is Diego.
Oh, Diego. Oh my God.
Hey, Cesar.
How you doing?
Same reaction.
Can I kiss hold it right here?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just make yourself at home. He
I got it. That's the part. That's the part that it's very important, you know, how he comes or reaches. The smell is normal, but more distance, a bigger bubble, you know. So this way, the scent alone lets him know that he have to maintain distance.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes him very powerful. Because when mothers introduce puppies to the pack, she asks for a lot of space. You know, rules, boundaries, limitations, right away. Let me pass it, okay? Let me pass it so we can focus. All right.
got him. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah. He's definitely become more relaxed as of late,
Yes.
as you can tell.
Big difference, big difference.
He's still a mess on a walk.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because of the life change, I mean, we haven't had as much time. I'm just starting to get back out because I've gone out by myself a few times with the stroller and him, and like right now it's a lot.
Out of shape, you see what I mean? So you lose the touch.
Right.
Yeah, so you go back to basics always, you know.
Okay.
What about you?
It's still a struggle for me. I definitely gotten better. I'm more aware of my being tense and not showing that tenseness to him, being relaxed, and so that's the one thing I've been concentrating on.
You look more
See
relaxed.
You know,
Well, you feel more relaxed, more than that can be blind, you'll feel
but
different.
you know what? You don't really have much of a choice with this one. It's like you said that the last time too. You got to bring it down,
Yeah.
and it's cool. He does this
For the benefit of the pack.
As for the house in the morning, he wants to go play. I'll be sitting feeding the baby. He'll bring me toys. But
When you're feeding the baby? And what did you do?
When I'm feeding the baby, I might talk to him, but I don't.
But feeding is a really huge ritual.
Yeah.
Nobody comes and plays when the
Right.
mother
So
is
you're feeding. right. I'm probably doing the wrong thing because
Yes.
I think
Send the wrong
I
message.
think I have tossed him the ball back.
Yes. So feeding means play.
Okay.
Which in the natural
Okay.
habitat, feeding doesn't mean play.
Okay.
It means give me a lot of space.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Okay.
This is good. You heard it. So what happened is, the brain went from this to this.
Mm-hmm.
So what we just did right now is send him back to where he was.
You want to take a deep breath?
And that's why he took a
did,
deep
okay.
breath, because he have to go from dominance to submission.
Adjustment, right?
He was in submission. Then he went to dominance.
Because he heard something outside.
Yes. So that growl that he's, hey, too dominant. You know, I don't mind a dog communicating with a growl because that's communication.
Sure.
But this has an essence of dominance.
And how can you help it if I'm feeding the baby, it's just me and him at home, and I can't get up physically to do that?
Well, you take your time. You're the queen. You take your time. You don't make him wrong. You know, you don't make yourself wrong.
Okay.
Just do it whenever you can, but do it.
Okay.
If you send the wrong signals,
Okay.
and then feeding time means play.
Right.
Okay.
I get excited.
Right.
So if somebody else comes in the picture and he's excited while you're breastfeeding, it's going to be dominant.
Okay.
Now that's my decision for him to walk away. It's not his decision for him to walk away.
In the backyard, Cesar demonstrates more ways for the couple to share leadership with Casanova, even during playtime.
If he likes to be chased, that means he is controlling the game.
Okay.
So right now, I didn't follow the whole me chasing thing because that will empower him to own the toy.
He'll never be shortstop for the New York Yankees.
So that's better. That's retrieving. See, once the ball gets near me, you see how he's
Yeah.
Yes.
giving distance? Very good.
Wow.
There
Good
you
catch.
go. So that also gives you a leverage as a pack leader.
I've known this, but not to the full extent I learned today, was just it's every aspect of our life with Casanova and the baby. It's just being in that pack leader mentality all the time, which means work all the time. You have to think about it all the time.
Dog trainer Teresa Botello has worked with Casanova since he was a puppy. Cesar wants to observe her techniques for correcting Casanova when he encounters a strange dog.
Hey. Quit.
All right, pass it to me.
Thank you.
He's out there right now. And right here, up, blocks the brain. Send them back to relaxation. So
Hold up, hold
yeah,
up.
hold it, just, you know what I mean? Because you're touching, but you see what you're doing.
Exactly, I get to that place where I can't get it back.
Right there.
Okay.
There you go. Now, when you start pulling or correcting, you're pulling back.
Right,
That is already say, move forward.
right.
Say, my pull is to the side, to the side. It creates this, right?
I was glad that Cesar was able to see how excited he gets and how many times he needs correction, so he knows how much we have to learn and work on it.
Would you mind passing by like that? So we're gonna keep him like this, you know, no tension on the leash.
Right.
Very good. Right here. Again. Too close. There you go. Now, why we're not allowing him to smell? Eventually he can smell, but because he's tense like that, look. So stop him.
Right,
He's
except we will look
insecure
for that.
smelling. Insecure smelling is not a good signal because that can trigger him to, oh, you're insecure, huh? But if he learns to ignore when he's insecure, you create a bubble for him. So it's protected that way
Right.
because he knows he's insecure. So he's going to try to protect himself.
Right.
So our job is to protect them by, you know, telling people, hey, can you pass, you know, 2-3 feet away?
Right. I'm being put in the position to be watched and observed, especially as someone like Cesar. I was actually extremely nervous, and I think that'll help me in considering when I'm working with people who are being observed by their husbands, wives, children, so forth. So that was one thing that I really gained. And I feel like the touch brings them down.
Yeah.
And then I can,
Redirect them.
yes,
Right?
okay, got
Snap
it.
them out of them, and then you
And then
redirect them.
redirect them.
Yeah, but see, if you use this part.
At the same time?
With this, just little. Because
Okay.
you want to control animal with very little touch.
Right.
Very, very little of this. Just a little bit of this should tell him a message. But if you have to do a lot, and then you condition the brain to listen to you with that amount of force.
Exactly.
So if we give this guy to somebody who doesn't have the strength you have, they're not going to be able to listen to. So a 3-year-old, 4-year-old kid will not be able to control him. But if you make him sensitive, a 3-year-old can control him.
Right. Having Cesar help me through a particular issue and having me be successful at it, I'm sure makes them feel more secure that I can then help them with that particular problem.
Don't forget to breathe.
Next, Cesar advises Suzanne to resume her daily ritual of walking with Casanova, but suggests she begin with short distances in order to build her confidence.
Right there, right there. Very good, very good. Good job, you're doing a good job. Good job.
We want a calm, submissive dog. It's something that he helped us really affirm. And if we want a calm, submissive dog, then we have to live calm and assertive lives in that respect.
Boy, look.
Cesar was awesome today. It's just, when he came the first time, I have to say it was very overwhelming. I think there was so much information it took a while to process. I've been thinking about it and reading more of his book, and I'm in a different state too. I mean, I have a baby now, but I'm definitely, I feel like I got a lot out of today.
Yeah, we have her, so
Excellent.
thank you very
Yes,
much.
Thank you. Thank you for helping them and, you know, staying consistent with this. So keep us posted, okay?
And we will.
Good job, buddy.
Thank you for your time, Susan.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
I'm reading Cesar's book right now. In the book, it says there's 3 dogs he hasn't been able to help. And my family and I joked around, it's probably 3 Jack Russells that he hasn't been able to help because I don't feel like Sooner can be helped.
Sooner comes from a championship bloodline, but this Jack Russell Terrier's street fighting instincts have won the 15-pound welterweight nothing but trouble.
He was our first pet in our whole lives. We didn't really know what we were doing, and I think we kind of messed it up from the start. Sooner!
Casey Brown teaches ballet. Josh Brown coaches football. Nothing in their professional experience prepared them for their terrier's terrifying tenacity.
I mean, he ate every baseboard, every cupboard, every shoe, anything that could be eaten, he would eat. We call him the goat.
He's kind of standoffish to new people and new things, and I'm the same way, really. There's a time to turn it up and a time to relax, and he does both.
Hey, Sooner, let go. Hey.
Thinking a companion dog might calm Sooner, the Browns selected the mellowest dog in a litter of Queensland heelers, naming their puppy Trace.
We brought him in and we thought, okay, we'll just kind of put them and we'll see how they respond. And Sooner was like, what? Who is this? You know, what have you done? Trace would not respond because he was a puppy. So he'd usually cower and kind of go over to the corner and just lay down. So next thing you know, Trace is like 35 pounds.
Trace started getting older and defending himself in little skirmishes or standoffs, if you will, you know, and that's kind of when the problems started happening.
They turned on each other, and I had never seen a dog fight before in my life. The thing is, Sooner doesn't stop. So even though he's 15 pounds, he is usually the one who starts it, and he doesn't back down. It's just this teeth gnarling, mashing, hair flying, you know, blood. Now there's been 2 surgeries where Sooner's almost died.
I was out working on the road. Both of them, they didn't happen when I was there, so I didn't see the severity of them until I saw the pictures or saw Sooner in person.
And their fights got worse and worse. And I called Josh and I said, you know what, that's it. This is not safe for Sooner. This is not safe for Trace. And Josh said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, I think Josh would cut off his right arm before he would give Sooner away.
They do the normal dog things, and they still need corrections, and they need constant reminders, all that stuff, just like normal dogs do, you know? But when I'm around, for the most part, I can control both of them at the same time.
Casey, fearful about the consequences, no longer walks with 2 dogs together.
Josh is just not as scared, where I am scared, where if, you know, if I even hear sudden noise in the house, I'm like, is there a fight?
Do I think it's Casey's fault? I don't. But, you know, I think that she can control the situation better.
We constantly now fight over, should we keep Sooner? Should we give Sooner away? Is Sooner the problem? Am I the problem? Is Trace the problem? And it's not healthy.
Whenever Cesar arrives for a case, he knows there are always at least 2 sides to every story.
Well, Sooner and Trace, Jack Russell, Queensland, I know they're really difficult breeds.
Mm-hmm.
They fight.
Yeah.
They fight really bad. Sooner's almost died several times now, you know, which is not only unhealthy for him, but very expensive. And now I'm just worried he's a liability. He doesn't like any dogs. He doesn't like cats. He doesn't like kids. Most of the time, he doesn't like Trace. It's
A lot of tension in the air.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And when they do fight, it's horrific and really hard to stop. I can't stop it. Josh is better able to stop it.
How bad do you feel from 0 to 10?
10.
All right. So how are we going to help you?
I don't know. I feel like I know I'm supposed to be like, you know, the pack leader, but I know Sooner does not see me that way.
Intellectually, you know it, but actions speak louder than the words. So
Yeah.
That's what he knows.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to coach her in that aspect?
I have, a little bit, I think. Yeah.
What?
Well, he's a football coach, so he, you know, he's used to being like, you know, you do that, and then you do that, and I'm like, I'm doing what you're saying. It's not working. Okay, so
Are you coaching her like a football player, or are you coaching her like a female?
He's not coaching me like a female.
Oh, okay.
No.
I see.
No, he's like orders. You do? No, I told you. You know, that kind of thing. I'm going. I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
I've tried to help, though.
Yeah, he's tried to help.
I've tried to help with the way she walks them and leaving the leash and making them heel and just persistence with them.
Yeah.
If you got to say heel 100 times, you got to say it 100 times.
You got to win the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No hesitation, right? You don't want a weak member in the pack.
Nope.
But see, when you coach a female, it's different. What I learned about female psychology is emotions first. It's not what you're saying, it's how you say it. Right? It's the, because you can say, yes, honey, I love you. Right?
Yeah.
But they know that you didn't really mean it.
Right.
It's a different psychology. I know. I mean, it shocked me. I'm telling you, from a macho country, you don't give affection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I do that with the dogs too. Like I think they need affection, and I'll say, good, good, and then I say, okay, now we'll go for a walk, and that kind of thing. And I guess that doesn't work.
He was obsessing on Casey right away for no reason. It was no food around. It's just the way he manipulates her. That was just an instinctual reaction for me to snap him out of it, because he's not going to practice intensity around me.
A growl not necessarily means he's going to bite somebody, but at the same time, growl is a warning. So what we're saying right now is don't warn, because that normally takes you to a red zone or an aggressive state, right? So what is this right here? What is it? This is...
He wants to come up here. So he'll sit here, and pretty soon he'll start crying if I don't let him up here.
So he knows how to manipulate you, right?
You notice he only stares at me because he knows it won't work with Josh.
Yeah, he practiced more leadership than you do.
One is a football coach, and then Casey is a dance instructor. It's unusual that we are in front of two people who teach, and that to me is a pack leader. Once you're a teacher, you're a pack leader. I wanted to work with Casey because Casey was exhibiting more of the fear, of the panic.
It's cold in San Francisco.
It was very important for me to help her brain to see it from a different point of view. Don't visualize chaos, because you already create a lot, So let's just create something else, something different, something that you're not familiar creating it. And watch what happens,
I hold him. I want to see the reaction with another dog.
Okay.
To test Sooner's level of aggression, Cesar brings out a serious challenge. Trinity, a pit bull he's been rehabilitating for the same reason. But first, Cesar shows the dance instructor some fancy footwork of his own.
Look at that. I surprised him.
So that's what the squealing was.
Yes.
Like
The squealing was not
pain.
physical.
Right.
What?
It was like somebody slapped him.
If
Like
I
what
come and do this, ow!
Right.
What happened?
That's why he's.
That's why now he's in a different state.
He gets this crazy-eyed look usually, and he's like, "Don't make a move, or I'm gonna get you," And he was just kind of like, So like right around below the ribs there.
Yeah, right in between. That's what the boxers goes after, this area.
Yeah.
If you're planning to stay together for the rest of your life, the key is to motivate and inspire. So by having Judge observing this, it gives a sense of community. It gives a sense of pack.
All right, let's go for a walk. You can follow. That means you don't have a bad case. When I'm capable to snap a dog in seconds,
And they go.
and they snap out of it so fast, you don't have a bad case. Now, you can make him a very bad case. So when I deliver the touch, I deliver it once. He got it, boom.
Right. And he didn't try to go back again.
No.
And I yank.
Yeah.
He doesn't respond at all.
No. If you're gonna jank to the side.
Okay.
To the side creates an out of balance experience. When you
Right.
pull back, it only makes them more powerful.
Cesar said he's not a red zone case because we were able to make huge changes within just a few corrections. That makes me feel, not like I'm endangering society by taking my dog outdoors or something.
This, for a lot of people, is one of the most powerful tools in the planet, the prong collar.
Right. I could snap it all day. He doesn't.
All day, that's right. It's a callus already developed around the muscle. The brain is already conditioned that he's gonna take the pain. You want to send him into a sensitive state. That's why I waited for the right moment, I set him up, pow, snap him out of him. So right now, he's in a very sensitive state. He feels this. When before, you pull and
Yeah.
There's no way in the world. Okay, let's go around the block.
Okay.
After a lesson from Cesar in cultivating calm, assertive energy, Casey is finally able to walk both dogs together without incident, even after adding Trinity, a dog-aggressive pit bull, to the pack.
There you go.
I mean, we walked by a pit bull, and it's not, you know, a pit bull that is free of problems himself, and Sooner was completely calm. And it was me walking him, not Cesar, so that's pretty amazing. You know, that makes me feel good.
By the end, the Sooner wasn't even looking at the other dogs.
So in the beginning, we have the same, right? The same. We have two dogs that wanted to go after each other. One was Jack Russell, the other one was a pit.
Right.
It's not a fair fight,
No.
right? So they both had to snap out of it.
Okay. This is amazing. They'd never walk like this.
Nicely. Don't pull back, just pull to the side. There we go. It's a different feeling, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right now, there's no fear in your mind, there's no tension in your mind, there's no anxiety in your mind.
No, and usually my eyes are darting around looking for the next dog that might approach, and you know, is there a person coming with a kid or something, but...
Yeah. See, it's a lot of similarities in the way you behave and the way he behaves.
Yeah.
But you are doing it with fear, and he's doing it with assertiveness.
Right.
When it starts to rain, Cesar and the Browns move inside to work on another problem area, the feeding ritual.
So this is already a problem.
Him sitting like this?
So close.
Oh.
In a natural setup, followers are never so close to food when the pack leader is near. This behavior will lead him into protecting and claiming the food.
Okay.
So it should be distance. Everybody, not just him. Go. So this gives you access to claim and own. So and then he gives me that.
Okay.
Right, so that's a more patient state of mind
Right.
than the one you had here.
Yeah.
He was more like, put it down. Without the verbal. Some dogs will bounce, some dogs
He
will
usually does
bark.
that.
That behavior is to accelerate you. So you can
Like,
put
hurry up, feed me.
Hurry up, feed me. This is, no. You stay over there and I feed you in my terms.
Okay.
Hey.
And then, you know, Sooner, I'm sure from being with me so long, thought, I'll give it another shot. If he's anything like she is, you know, I'll be back to doing what I want, and again, down. Amazing that he just, all right, I guess I'm going to lay here and be calm, submissive before I get my food.
Now remember, growling or making all those, hey, move. Making all those sounds doesn't mean they're gonna bite, okay?
Okay.
See, he was growling, but he was doing this. So that he's unsure. He's telling me, with body language, I am unsure, and I'm just vocalizing it. You see what I mean? So that's what I didn't back away. If he would have done, I would have tried a different approach.
Okay.
See it? But I followed through,
Yes.
and I said, that's good. All right, so let's prepare the food.
Okay.
So right away, you see it right away. Look who's behaving better. This is being impatient already.
Yeah.
It's going back and forth, back and forth. So he will get fed last. So right now we got Jack Russell. Look at that, that's beauty. So right now he's the good role model. They can switch. And so your job is to utilize who is at the best state of mind. There we go. Look at that. So now we have two dogs in the same state of mind.
Right.
See it? One, we did it by addressing. The other one, we did it by ignoring. How's it feel?
It's lots nicer.
Yeah?
Yeah, usually I feel like when I rush. Because I'm like, okay, everybody calm down, we'll all eat. Just quiet, you know? They never be quiet until they're actually eating.
Right.
And then I have to stand there and guard so that he doesn't come eat his food.
Yeah, that you gotta stay, but not tense.
Right.
Most of the fights that had happened, you have created it by thinking about them.
Yeah.
And then once they're in that state, then you put the food on the floor. Let's see.
down. Okay, break. Break, Sooner.
Once I owned the feeding ritual, that's it. The healer and the Jack Russell knew that none of them own it. I asked Casey, okay, Casey, we have 2 dogs. How would you like to challenge yourself? Pick the challenge.
Although Casey made the decision to walk Sooner around some of the neighborhood dogs, her fear got the better of her.
Nope. She was very honest and say, I'm already seeing myself being defeated, not being able to control the situation.
Nice, relax.
I told her, look, don't deny fear, don't deny insecurity, don't deny panic. Just acknowledge and claim what you want.
So give yourself distance. There, touch, touch. Nice. She's a dancer, so she should know how to move the legs.
Your dog will automatically get, don't worry about it, I have everything under control.
There we go. That's good.
And so he did it. Mr. Jack Russell did it.
I didn't feel him do anything that time.
No, he didn't do anything. There's no need for correction when they don't do anything.
Okay.
Just move to the side and claim your space. That's the message you're sending to the dog. What he's saying is, I want no problem.
Uh-huh.
Can you stay right there? Just stay right there. Now you go.
I have to admit I'm not consistent. So I need to work with Josh on being consistent. And I need to not sort of put my issues and my, like, oh, we're gonna go on a walk and you're gonna get in a fight. I just know it, you know? Because a dog doesn't think that way. They're not sitting around going, today I'm gonna fight when I go on a walk, you know?
All of that is...
It was just good to see her actually finally do it.
Beautiful. He didn't even look at the dogs.
I knew she could do it because I knew she had it in her and the type of person that she is.
If you need the support, honey, can you come with me? But you gotta reward him. Right?
Just relax, give him a massage, you know? And, you know, motivate and inspire. That's really the key here. You know what I mean? Motivate, inspire your partner.
You know, I think we considered ourselves a team before, but then we would start pointing fingers at the drop of a hat. It's not gonna be that way anymore. Whatever you want to work for, you have to commit to it and work for it, and it's a good reward in the end.
Most dog owners don't realize how much their attitudes can affect their pet's behavior.
Hi, Cesar. We just want to check in with you and let you know that we're working really, really hard with Casanova. We've been exercising him as much as possible. Got him in an agility class, and Rick is running him a lot and working on the treadmill now. It's a work in progress, so we just want to let you know we're working really hard.
Thank you, Cesar, for all of your help.
Thank you.
Great work, guys. I think Casanova was put in your life to help you relax.
Down.
And in San Francisco, Sooner and Trace are finally at peace. With the support of her husband, Josh, Casey Brown has transformed herself into a true pack leader. If your dog has a behavioral issue, think of it as an opportunity for you to work on your own issues as well. Remember, our dogs are always our mirrors. Thanks for joining us. I am the Dog Whisperer.